Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to cover the sweep command. Sweep is a solid that requires two different things. It requires a sketched body, or otherwise a profile, and a path. So the profile is the shape that you are sweeping. The path is the route that it is taking. So if we sketch on our top view, make sure our word reads correctly, we're going to go ahead and draw a line from our origin up, and then if I hold my mouse button down over the endpoint where my cursor is, I can drag off an arc segment, and let's drag off one more arc segment, and then a line. So this is my path. Now it was important that when I sketch my first line segment, it is over the origin, because now I'm going to sketch perpendicular to that on the front plane, and I'm going to put in, let's just put in a circle here, and we can dimension that. Go back into the sketch. Let's call this 1 inch. And now I'm going to sweep. Notice that it already picked my profile. Now it wants a curve or edge. So I'm going to click that. And now I have a sweep, a swept body, as we call it. There's my sweep. So I see in my model tree I've got sweep 1. I've got my two different sketches. My profile is down here at sketch 2, and my path is sketch 1. If I want to change this, what are my options here? Well, I've got a couple different taper and twist options that we're not going to get into at this time. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and play around with those. We'll cover those in more advanced tutorials. But for right now, just know that pretty much all of my geometry is driven by my sketches. So if I wanted to, let's say, pull this over some more, I finish sketch, and now it shifts. So where can we get into trouble with sweeps? We can get into trouble with sweeps if our geometry crosses itself. So let's say we did something along the lines of this, and we did a very small curve, and then we did a hard corner like that. Now it's going to give me error occurred during update, could not build the sweep. The attempted operation did not produce a meaningful result, and so it's not a super helpful error message. So if we delete the sweep, but I'm going to keep my consumed sketches by unchecking this box, I'm going to try to make the sweep again and see if it gives me a different error message. Projected curve is going to be that. Hit OK, and it's going to give me the same error message, and let's see what it says. It did not produce a meaningful result. And quite clearly I can see that if I come in here, try to make this corner, and then try to turn back to the left, it's just not going to do it because the geometry is going to hit itself. So there are limitations to our sweep. So if we undo this to get back to our good sweep, we can also do a couple of other things. So for example, if we put in another sketch like that, and we delete our original sweep, we put in a new sweep with that as our profile, this is our path. Now what I have is a tube, a hollow tube. So if we go back to our section view, and again I'll cover how to do this down the road, but this is a pretty neat feature. So if I click on my face there, I can now drag my section view along the body and see that it is indeed hollow all the way through the entire profile. So that's pretty neat. These do not have to be circles. So if we come back, let me undo that real quick. Delete my sweep, not my sketches. If I come in, let's go ahead and change this to a square. Let's make it 0.5 by 0.5. It should not work. Oh, excuse me, I forgot we deleted the sweep. So there are my two, and now I've got an a swept square that could be an extrusion. Now, the way to say, well, why do we have to make this a sweep as opposed to an extrusion would be, again, if we were to make it hollow, or just like with the revolve, if we were to add a feature to this, such as a little roof on here like we did before, or if we delete this and turn this into a polygon, and we put a horizontal constraint on that, edit our feature, there's our profile. Now I would challenge anybody to make that with an extrusion with any meaningful result. So it also says that you can sweep multiple profiles. So let's say we were to take our polygon here. Let's dimension it, make it a little smaller, put in one more horizontal constraint, and then we will dimension this to be equal to that. Now we can see that we have two swept profiles. So pretty neat tool. Thanks for your attention, and we'll see you in the next